Hi everyone, I'm Becky.
And I'm Sarah.
And this is Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about The Other Side of Lost by Jessi Kirby, which I believe I got through Edelweiss.
I did too.
And while we did get free eARCs of this book from the publisher, all of the thoughts and opinions are our own. So, just a quick rundown of what this book. I'm going to say the character's name is Mari, but you might said it might be
I
Mary.
say it's Mary, so.
See, now I always think if it's Mary, it should be a middle. Okay.
Because it looks very similar to the Mary that they have on, God, this is terrible, on Sister Wives. She spells it M-E-R-I, and it's Mary in there, and so that's why I thought with the I. Anyway, it's a whole thing. I watch a lot of TLC. I'm sorry.
So we'll say Mary. Mary Turner has crafted a perfect online life. She projects the image of serenity, health, and happiness, but Mary is none of those things. Mary has spent the last few years of her life adrift and alone, missing her cousin, Bree. Bree was once like a sister to who, until Mary cut her out of her life. Mary regretted the cousin separation, but was never able to bridge the gap because Bree died suddenly in an accident. Mary's life gets more complicated on her 18th birthday when she has a breakdown and confesses to all of her followers how fake and empty her life is. And in the aftermath, she must find a new direction. Mary decides to live out Bree's dream and hike the John Muir Trail. So we were talking about this. I think that the thing that I liked about this book the most is I just really like the way Jessi Kirby writes.
I can agree with that.
And I was looking, and the first book I read by her, I gave a 3. And then the second book I read by her, I gave a 4. And this one, I just really enjoyed. And I think it's actually the way she crafts the narrative.
I can agree with that. And because it doesn't feel like work to read through it. It goes quickly. It's developed. There's a story there. I can agree with that.
I found this book compelling. I couldn't put it. I read it in 18 hours. I couldn't put it down.
See, it was compelling, but it gave me some serious anxiety because. So this is about a girl who is virtually untrained. Her cousin is training to do all of these hikes, and had been hiking for years to do this very long John Muir Trail. Then this girl kind of so happens to decide that, okay, maybe I'm in this kind of not fit of grief, but I'm clouded by grief that I'm going to go on this hike. And I kept waiting for that scene where she has to gnaw off her own arm or something because she got trapped. This is not that type of book.
Right. But
I was seriously anxious that she would die. It felt very Call of the Wild potential death scenario.
That did feel, because she does it she's pretty good at hiking for somebody who's never hiked.
Right, and surviving. I mean, she's surviving off the land. That's intense. And she just so happens to run into these expert hiker friends, which is really cool, but that could also be dangerous. They could take you out into the middle of the woods and kill you.
That was a thought I did have. I was should you be so friendly with these people?
This book could have really gone really bad. And maybe are there a lot of individual hikers out there? I feel you wouldn't go on a trail like this individually.
Well, I mean, they keep referencing, and I just lost the name of it, the book and the movie that Reese Witherspoon did.
Wild. They
keep talking about Wild, and she hiked alone. So I think if you're trained, you can hike alone, but you're supposed to let people know where you are, which she didn't do, and you're supposed to have a GPS tracker.
Though, I don't know if the Wild Woman was trained either. I didn't read that. I saw the movie a long time ago.
I didn't see the movie.
But once you move past that, it's a really interesting premise. It's a great premise because she's disconnected with the social world where she's building this fake life. And now she's on the path to kind of confront who she is currently, but also how she feels about the death of her cousin, who was essentially a sister. But then also kind of bringing her down to bare bones. She's got these 4 new potential friends, and so they're able to connect in a more almost real way than they ever would have had they not met on the trail.
Well, and I just found the actual talk about the trail and the hiking and how I found that fascinating.
It was very interesting.
Because I think of myself as a hiker, but I go for a mile at a time. I don't do that.
I know, I was reading, I'm I'd never do any of that.
See, I'm well, but you know what? You know me though. Once we got out to a place that I didn't have running water or my concierge, I'd be I'm done. Where's the car? No, the only problem I had, I felt like you're going along the story, and then I felt like the last bit of the hike was just really rushed. Like it was almost like, oh, the book can only be 350 pages, so let's wrap this up.
It did feel rushed, but it was forgivable.
Right. No, and then I think like there were some like issues with this book, but her writing is just so like I don't know if compelling might be the wrong word. It's like candy. It's just like fun and simple that you just want to keep reading it.
Okay. Because even the characters I enjoyed. Like
right.
I thought it was very inspirational, kind of the inspirational in that hikers were giving each other inspiration to like keep going on and giving each other advice and like you can do it. Like that was really sweet. But then also the group of 4 friends, they were funny, and it was my only problem was I sometimes had trouble keeping track of like who was who and who was like in a relationship with who. That was a little confusing at points. But they were fun. They were funny. I enjoyed when they were on the page. I liked the romantic interests. Like, I liked it.
Well, and I also thought that the whole idea of, like, her being an Instagram famous person, celebrity, that was well done. I liked that, too. We should rate it.
Yeah.
So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns. If we go down to 2 unicorns, if we don't like it, it's a horse.
I'm at 4 unicorns.
I'm at 4, too. It was fun. It was quick. Like I said, there were some issues, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that is where we are on The Other Side of Lost by Jessi Kirby.
Bye.